What is up, everybody?
motherfuckers?
Welcome back to the Yelling at Birds podcast, the number one college football podcast in the world with the biggest arms in North Texas.
Yes, sir.
I am your host, Moose.
Cut to this.
I am here with my co-host, the fabulous
Yak Slay.
and we are covering a fantastic week 5 of college football. We had some crazy games last week.
Yeah,
but
we did.
Moving into this podcast, we will be going over some key topics. UT and Arch, baby. UT got it done last weekend. Arch looked fucking fantastic. Yak, what'd you think?
No complaints about Arch. He looked like a godsend.
Absolutely. Secondly, we're going to go over Kansas State. Got their fucking backs blown out last weekend by who?
BYU.
BYU?
Yeah, they looked like a dirty Mormon hooker is how I would describe it. Yeah.
Standout trait.
Dirty Mormon hooker.
Number 3, Rocky Top
Dude,
makes
what was
OU give Sloppy Top.
Oh, yeah.
OU got stomped at home in Norman, Tennessee.
I think
absolutely dominated.
This is to be covered, but not as bad as we expected, though, right?
Not as bad as we
Not
expected,
as bad
but
as we
like
expected.
at home, you're OU.
I
Come on.
expected some insane sloppy top. I expected the sloppiest of top.
Yeah,
and you know, it was just slightly sloppy.
and Yak has experience with Sloppy Top. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
Number 4, orgy up in Ann Arbor. Michigan takes down USC. To be honest, this one was one we predicted the other way. We thought USC was
We both said that, right?
Yeah, we thought USC was going to rout them.
You know, hindsight 2020, guys. If I could change my answer, I would say Michigan. Michigan was going to win.
Hindsight 2020.
Right?
Captain Hindsight over there. Number 5, Mizzou exposed.
Mizzou.
I was high on Mizzou early in the
He
season.
was very high. He
Not
was like
so
a
much.
goddamn meth head on Mizzou.
Mizzou?
If I had one word to describe you, it'd be meth head. And now you're sober,
Man,
aren't
we'll get into that, but I'm sad about Mizzou.
you? He's sober, guys.
They're on fraud watch.
He's
They're on
10
fraud
weeks
watch
sober.
this week.
He's
We'll find
He's
out.
got the shakes on Mizzou. Shake it. Shake it. Give him a shake. Oh, that's the Mizzou shakes. All right.
And last one,
What's the
Shadur
next
Sanders is about to be absolutely fucking insufferable
Okay.
this week.
one? That was kind of funny.
We're about to get 4 rap songs this week. Colorado, last second Hail Mary.
It's just that issue where they're like barely relevant. Like Baylor's an unranked team. They beat them in the last second. Like, it just kind of sucks because I guess they deserve it, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Congratulations.
So. Congrats, you beat Baylor.
You beat Canyon High School.
Yeah. All right, I guess.
Wait. But after that,
I love
we are
big
moving
bucks.
into our highlighted
And I
matches
cannot
and
lie.
game predictions for this week. We have Georgia versus Alabama, OK State versus Kansas State, RIP,
Yeah.
Louisville versus Notre Dame, and Illinois versus Penn State. Make sure you stick around for the entire video. We are going to go into all of those crazy matchups moving into this weekend.
Crazy matchups. They're pretty fun. Those are good matchups.
They are pretty good
I think
matchups.
Because you got, Georgia versus Alabama. That's a crazy game. And then you got OK versus Kansas State. Those are 2 pretty fucking shitty teams. But they're both ranked, so it's kind of fun.
I agree. Louisville, the dark horse of the SEC or
Louisville.
SEC, ACC.
And dark horse, Katy Perry.
Shout out.
Maybe connections there.
I guess. I don't know.
All right. And we move on.
And Illinois versus Penn State. Penn State, they're kind of questionable. I'm excited to see them play this Illinois team this weekend. They took down Nebraska. We thought Nebraska was going to beat Illinois. Dylan Raiola, young Patrick Mahomes.
That was a long time ago.
No, that was last weekend.
Was that last weekend?
Nosferatu. Was that last weekend?
Nosferatu, put on the screen when that was, please.
That was last fucking weekend, guys.
She's just saying she doesn't actually know.
She doesn't fucking know. She's just saying.
Illinois, the last time we covered them was 2 weeks ago, I think.
No. It was last weekend because we covered Illinois versus Nebraska. Chat, comment in the comments. Did we cover Illinois versus Nebraska last weekend? We absolutely did. I remember talking about Dylan Raiola, the young Patrick Mahomes.
I don't remember. That was a while ago.
Yeah, you were struggling. I'm not gonna lie, but you know who else was struggling this past weekend?
Who?
Kansas State versus BYU.
Guys, if there's one team that did not make it to training week, it is Kansas State. They got slapped.
Speaking of training week,
speaking of training week,
you know what? Kansas State could have really used a preseason training camp with yours truly, Yelling at Birds co-hosts, Yak and Moose.
You know, guys, we did a training week earlier in the week.
We did
this week, and I think we should cut to that. What do you think?
Absolutely. Let's cut it to the Yelling at Birds preseason training camp. Nosferatu, send it.
Cowboys, please pay attention to us, please.
What's up, everybody?
Guys?
Welcome to preseason training camp with Yelling at Birds.
Coming at you live from Frisco, Texas.
We're about to give you all that good, that jelly, that nectar.
Go route. Here we go.
Go route.
Hey guys, I need y'all outside of the complex.
What's that?
I need y'all guys outside of the complex. Private property, I need you guys out.
What if we're a team?
You're not an SC Dallas.
Oh, this is for FC Dallas.
Yeah, but we're gonna have trainings here tonight. You can't just be on the grass just playing around. Y'all can go.
What's up, everybody?
Guys?
Welcome back to Yelling at Birds.
We're in
season training camp.
We're in Frisco, Texas. Cowboys, we're coming at you. We putting some footage together to join the team.
Yep. Take one.
Hit him with it.
Go route.
Posty, goey. Oh. Yeah. Slay it. Back at me.
What?
Birds, baby.
Arch that back, boy. He's going on. This guy's fucking terrible. Give me a sharp corner.
Why am I running?
Oh, get the corner. Oh. Touchdown.
He bet me a bucket of beers. That if I couldn't hit a 20-yard field goal first try, then I'd have to give him a bucket of beers. Oh. I'm coming for your fucking job, kickers.
Works in there.
Here we go, baby.
Yeah.
Hi. Style. Set. Hut. Oh my God. Ah.
I'm out. You okay?
Whoa!
He threw up again.
Absolute fucking athletes on that field, Yak. Could you agree?
I agree 100%. On that field, you're talking about the field with you and me?
Yeah.
This guy's fucking terrible. Yeah. No, those are athletes. Speaking of athletes, let's talk about
No. If anyone has anyone to model their game around, at the QB and the wide receiver position, it's Yak and Moose, right?
Yeah. Who's at QB out of the two?
I think most of our footage is Yak throwing to Moose and Moose not being able to handle the.
All right, so yeah, Cowboys, pay attention. You guys got a good backup quarterback and receiver combo here, right?
We do. The Cowboys do for sure.
Yeah.
All right, but before we move into the recap of last week, Yak, we have a certain challenge lined up for this week.
Yeah, we do. Correct.
We got comments. Viewers, feel free to partake in this challenge with us.
Oh, yeah.
We have the McDouble Tallboy challenge.
Because an average viewer is probably going to pause here.
All 40 of you motherfuckers.
And order some McDoubles
DoorDash this shit.
to partake.
Get in line with us. We are going to, in 5 minutes, down.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? 5 minutes? That's crazy.
In 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, executive decision. 3 minutes.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
We are going to down 3 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's and down a 25-ounce tall boy in under 3 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
3 minutes, motherfucker.
And we're gonna cover a game, a whole entire game, right?
Yep. Oh shit.
Let's start over.
No. We got this.
All right. To recap. Guys,
So the game we are
shut the
recapping.
fuck up,
Yak.
dude. Guys, to recap, eating 3 McDoubles, drinking that big ass beer,
25-ounce tall boy.
25. That's a big one, and covering a game in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right. Yak is my bad, chat. Yak is kind of a pussy, but
That's true. Yeah.
the game we are covering: the University of Texas versus Louisiana Monroe. Yak, you watched that game? I know you watched that game. You graduated from Texas. You had to watch that game for a little bit.
Right now we're covering that game. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I did watch that game. Yeah, that was a good game.
A good game, he says.
It was a great game.
Sounds like someone who watched the game.
Arch Manning was starting.
He did.
Yeah,
He
Arch
did.
Manning started, and he had an impressive night. You want to give some stats?
Stats. He had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Unfortunately,
But one interception came at the first play of the game. Almost
the first play of the game,
that Arch was in.
it was rough. I mean, it's his first starting pass. Hold on, Brian. We can't. Brian. Yak.
Yeah.
Yak. We cannot start talking about this before we crack our tab.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. Chat, we are cracking our tab in 3. Oh, timer will start. In 3.
Wait. What is going on right now?
We're going to start our fucking challenge.
Okay. All right.
In 3, 2, 1.
You start talking.
Arts looked pretty fucking good this weekend. Oh shit. It's gonna be rough, Yak. What'd you say? 5 minutes to get this done?
5 minutes.
All right. Hey, Bluff. Bottom line up front. Who the fuck needs Quinn Ewers? We have a dime of a fucking backup quarterback. Scoreline for this game: Nosferatu right here on my finger. UT versus Louisiana Monroe.
Did somebody set a timer?
Yeah, we did. Arch absolutely fucking dominated this game.
Well,
There's fucking no way we're gonna get this. Listen, I know we are playing a team whose starting quarterback was named General Booty. Shout out General Booty. I'm definitely going to be buying a jersey from you, brother. And I owe money. I hope your fucking shit is going through the roof. Well, Y'all can do shit against Texas. Y'all can do shit.
I'm sorry.
What you got, Yak? What you got, Yak?
Eat. All right. Arch Manning was throwing fucking dimes, bro. I saw back-to-back 40-yard passes right on the fucking money. These guys were covering us. I know it was some fucking random no-name team, but they still had fucking people on us, and it was just up to Arch to throw that pass, and he did a good fucking job. You can't complain about Arch Manning here. How much time do we have left?
No, Sriracha ain't tracking
we gotta
shit,
go
bro.
so fast here.
No, Sriracha ain't tracking shit.
2 minutes left of the challenge. How much beer you got left, boys? Been housing burgers, but those beers are getting warm.
Oh, man. This is fucking good, though, yeah.
One of us should be talking right now.
Huh? Oh, my bad. Listen. Over 50 points.
Yep.
How can you say UT over 50 points with their second string quarterback? That second string quarterback will be starting for, what would you say? What did you say? Yeah, over 95% of schools in college football.
Fucking spread with a backup quarterback. How much time is left?
1 minute.
There's no way.
I'll know.
Y'all started at 12 and a half minutes. We are at 16 and a half minutes. Keep it 4 minutes. Y'all keep reaching for burgers, but those beers have not moved.
No Sriracha is a fucking punk.
What the fuck are we talking about right here? Arch Manning? Fuck. Who is Texas's matchup this week? Mississippi State?
Mississippi State, yes.
What do you think about that thing?
Listen, lads. I don't know if Arch is starting this week. But if he does, my God, Mississippi State has no chance. And I'll say it here. Arch has thrown some interceptions since he started. Or since he's played. But at least they're true interceptions where he threw a tough pass and they happen to be picked off. For some reason, Quinn will just choose to throw it to the other team sometimes.
This guy's fucking terrible.
I don't know what that's about. But I don't think it's something I want in my starting quarterback. What about you, Texas? Is that something you want in your starting quarterback? Yeah, what do you think? Heimlich?
Hell no. I don't want that. What the fuck are we talking about? Honestly, what? Yeah, Arch looks good. Arch looks good.
Let's be real. Quinn's a more veteran quarterback. The weekend after this, we're playing OU. Ask yourself, as a Texas fan, if you were a Texas supporter, who would you want playing quarterback? Would you want Arch Manning, who has a really sexy last name, or would you want Quinn Ewers, the veteran quarterback who proved himself last year, even though he didn't show up when it mattered most?
This guy's fucking terrible.
Wait a second. Why the fuck are we even debating this? Quinn chokes. Quinn chokes. We need Arch. We need Arch. Arch Manning, starting quarterback.
He's young, bro.
For you,
He's young. He's young. He's young, and he's inexperienced, and he makes consistent passes to the back shoulder, just like you at training camp.
Arch Manning has definitely been to Young and Bird training camp.
Holy fuck! Did you finish your 3 burgers?
Fuck yeah, baby.
So did I. All right, what's the time on the clock?
Y'all are over by 6 minutes.
Oh my god! We have to include.
Oh, we
that.
will. Anyways, all right, moving forward. Kansas State gets their back blown out last weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
BYU, you bunch of sexy Mormon motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Y'all absolutely killed Kansas State. And I don't even know how I'm going to take them seriously this week. Well, I don't want to take anything away from you guys. Y'all beat SMU. SMU was supposed to be a stacked team this year. And y'all came in to Texas.
SMU beat TCU by a shit ton.
SMU.
This week. I think we covered that game
We
last
did.
week. Yeah.
SMU clobbered TCU last weekend, and TCU has a phenomenal offense. So let that be the forewarning. BYU is a team that is real. This next week,
Fuck no.
This next week will be the deciding factor for them when they play someone I don't know. But
Kansas State versus Oklahoma State. Who we got? Is that our first game? That's our first game.
yeah, we haven't talked about any of the games from last week.
Why are we talking about Kansas State then?
We were talking about them playing BYU.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah.
All right, let me go back.
Right. Moving forward, Rocky Top absolutely. Well, let's not say absolutely. Rocky Top, Tennessee came into OU, Norman, Oklahoma, away. Nico Iyamiava's first away game, true away game.
What? What did you just say?
Nico Iyamiava. Iyamiava. Nico Iyamiava.
Quarterback?
That's his quarterback, Tennessee. He came in first away game, first true away game, and absolutely took out a strong SEC team in Oklahoma.
A new SEC team.
A new SEC team.
A weak SEC team, even.
Would you say weak?
Yeah, I think that game was solely because Jackson Arnold on OU fucking sucks. So much.
If you are an OU fan, drop it in the chat. Should Jackson Arnold start next week?
That's almost a funny question because he did so bad. And then his backup came in. I don't even know the guy's name, but the backup came in and scored like 10 times as much points. I don't know.
It wasn't hard to score 10 times as much points as Jackson Arnold.
I mean, I think they had 3 points. I don't know, but backup quarterback came in, and the entire team changed.
The whole dynamic. I think OU might have won that game if they started their second string quarterback.
Probably.
And it's a tough thing to say, but yeah, I think it. Oh man, Tennessee. Do you view them as a real threat in the top 10?
I don't think they did as well as we thought they were going to do. Their defense still did amazing. Don't get me wrong. Like they almost shut down OU, especially in the first 3 quarters. Like OU couldn't do anything until they put their backup quarterback in. But on offense, they were not as prolific as I thought they would be. Yes, they were not.
I agree.
And,
I mean, Tennessee, they're blowing out 600-plus yards a game.
Yeah, they were almost at 700 yards per game.
They definitely did not get that this weekend.
No, they weren't even close. OU somehow shut them out. I think there's a lot better defenses than OU, and I think they'd be in trouble against some of the other defenses.
I agree. And isn't this weird this year? Like, usually OU's offense is like the go-to for their team. But I feel like this year OU's defense is what's kind of keeping them in games.
I just think OU kind of just sucks in general.
You know what? I'm going to have to agree with you there, Yak. OU has no chance this year. I don't even know why we're fucking
I forgot.
Covering them in such depth. But moving forward, Orgy up in Ann Arbor. Oh my God, what was Michigan? Nosferatu. Michigan's starting quarterback. What was his? Davis Warren. Davis Warren is no longer starting quarterback for Michigan. Yep. Orgy starts for Michigan this week. Michigan capitalizes on the run game. They hammer USC until the final minute of the game. They end up winning. USC is taken down by Michigan this week. What do you think about that?
They just could not stop their run offense. They just couldn't do it.
They couldn't.
I don't know.
I agree. And I think Orgy played a big part in this one. Davis Warren wasn't there to throw them picks. It wasn't every second throw this week Michigan was throwing an interception. It's tough. I know Davis Warren beat cancer, but he could not beat Orgy. Orgy came in, made this team his bitch. Michigan, we give him shit every week. I know everyone around YouTube or wherever you get your football podcast from gives Michigan shit this year just because they won the national championship last year. But
they're not poised.
They showed a little bit of poise towards the end of this game.
They're a great run offense, but other than that, they have nothing.
They have no passing. They are a one-dimensional team.
Very one-dimensional.
But yeah, do you think USC is a real team this year? Like if you can't go, I know they're playing in Ann Arbor, but if you can't go in and beat Michigan at the state they're in.
You know the problem with USC? Let's sound it out.
Oh, here we go.
University of Southern.
Oh, no.
California.
Oh, no.
Guys.
The Cardinal direction.
They're never going to fucking win. Ever.
That's true. The Cardinal direction comes through again. USC drops to that shithole Michigan.
And they lose to Michigan, and they are forever in oblivion. I don't care about them anymore.
Speaking of oblivion, my God, this team, I was high on them at the beginning of the season, but moving forward, they're going to make me so angry with where they end up in this college football playoff. Mizzou almost got exposed this weekend by Vanderbilt. Mizzou wins by 3 points. And their schedule, they have a weak schedule for the rest of the year. Their finish, their ranking by the end of the season is not going to be an accurate indicator of how good that team is. There's a very good chance Missouri might go to the SEC championship.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Their schedule is dog shit for the rest of the season, Yak.
I don't know. I think that's enough, right? Missouri, it's just not good enough to make it. As of this point on.
Yeah, we'll end it there. Missouri is on fraud watch. There's a chance they may make it to the SEC championship. If they do, they will be blown out.
I mean, compare it to the other teams in the SEC.
True.
Who have great schedules.
I agree. And last highlighted game from last weekend, Shadur Sanders. My God. I would hate to be anyone who isn't a Colorado fan.
Here's the thing. They played against an unranked Baylor team. They beat them because it was raining, basically. The guy slipped in the rain. I don't know. I don't put any weight on that win myself. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, should move it a little closer.
I don't put any weight on that game myself.
I agree with you there, Yak. I mean, Colorado, they lost to Nebraska, who lost to Illinois. I know we can't do that type of math, but I think everyone in the nation knows Colorado is an elite team. It isn't an elite team. They have two elite players, which is hard for me to say because I fucking hate Shador. But Shador and who's the other guy? The guy who plays offense and defense. He plays the whole game. He's probably the best player in college football this year.
I don't know.
That guy who caused the fumble. You know who I'm talking about, chat. Roast me. Let me know that I don't know shit. But Shadur is about to be insufferable. We're probably going to get 3 new fucking rap songs this week. But after this last weekend, let's move into the current top 12, heading into week 5 of college football.
All right.
Yak, give me that top 5.
Top 5? You want the top 5? All right. Obviously, you guys know who's number 1. It's the best team in the nation. Number 1, Texas Longhorns. Number 1. Number 2 is arguably the second best team. I don't know. Some shady shit going there. Georgia. Number 3 is OSU, Ohio State. Number 4 is Alabama. Great matchup between Alabama and Georgia this weekend, which we are covering. Number 5 is Tennessee. Had their test against Oklahoma that we covered last week. Number 6 is Ole Miss. 7 is Miami. 8 is Oregon. 9 is Penn State. They have a great matchup this week that we are covering. 10 is Utah. 11 is Missouri. And 12 is Michigan.
Michigan moving up 6 spots after that win versus USC.
They deserve it. They shut them out.
They showed up. They showed up this last weekend, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them after that fucking ass whooping they took from UT. The real UT. All right. So moving in to our highlighted games for week 5 of college football. Yak, what is our first game?
Are we doing...
Let's start strong.
Okay. All right. We're going Georgia versus Alabama, number 1. This is the best matchup of the weekend, obviously. Number 2 versus number 4.
It's a huge game, Yak.
Let's hear it, Christian.
Total points per game.
Moose.
These are two high scoring offenses. Besides Georgia's lackluster performance versus Kentucky last week, we'll get more into that. But 2 high scoring offenses, total points per game. Georgia scores around 32 points per game. Alabama scoring 49 points per game. That is an offensive masterclass between these two teams. We'll see. Can Alabama keep up that high-scoring offense versus a team like Georgia? I have my doubts. Yak, do you have your doubts?
I have my doubts as well. Georgia played against who last? It was Kentucky, right?
Kentucky. Yep.
They barely won.
Yeah.
The Georgia's defense is incredible, right? Ranked in the top 5. I think they're number 3. Georgia's defense is undeniably incredible. Their offense, the word is inconsistent, right? They played against Kentucky. They barely did shit. Yeah. Trevor Etienne, famous name. Uh, only with 79 yards on 19 carries. That's like nothing. They have no run game.
And
Against a decent.
that's really surprising considering Carson Beck is probably the most veteran and elite quarterback in the league this year.
What'd you say though? I don't know. He didn't impress me either.
Exactly. Like, is our view of Georgia falling after the past few performances?
I have to say they played an unranked team and they did not impress me at all.
I agree. But let's keep in mind Kentucky's defense is top in the country. I can't remember where they're at, but they're up there.
Okay.
But Alabama, oh man. Talk about being in a position where no one knows what to expect. Is it the same Alabama we've seen the past few years? What?
Alabama's offense and defense is a lot more consistent. We questioned their consistency previously in the year, and they showed up and they showed us that they can be what we expect them to be. So this week, I expect nothing less.
Man, Alabama's offense is pretty prolific.
Yeah, how so?
I mean, they scored 63 points against Western Kentucky, 42 against South Florida, who's proven to be a pretty tough team, and 42 against Wisconsin. Jalen Milroe is kind of falling into his stride this week or this season. I mean, not this week. I really think Alabama has a chance to come in and completely derail the college football landscape and absolutely dominate Georgia.
I'm not going to lie. I think Alabama has this game. I think they're very, very similar. Georgia probably has the better defense. Alabama's defense is not far behind, but Alabama's offense is tried and true. They've cleaned it up since the beginning of the year. They've showed us what they got. Georgia, not so much. I see them being weak after last week.
I agree. And Kirby Smart has said it himself. Georgia does not have that depth that they have had in the past. No. Shout out NIL. But yeah. Moving forward.
That's it. So who do we got? I have officially that Alabama is going to win. Who do you got?
I have Alabama as well.
Okay. All right. Alabama times 2.
My bad.
Yeah. All right. Alabama times 2. Both of us have Alabama for this game.
All right. Moving forward. OK State versus Kansas State. Both are teams that really did not impress the Yelling at Birds crew last week.
They both had a tough last game. Who has the tougher last game? I would argue it's Kansas State, obviously.
Kansas State, for sure. They lost to an unranked BYU. Granted, BYU looks like they're a real team. We'll find out this week or within the next coming weeks. But Kansas State drops to an unranked BYU by over, 25 points?
Yeah. I don't know. This one's tough because both teams have very similar stats. Their passing offense is roughly the same. Kansas State actually has a benefit on rushing yards per game. They have 240 rushing yards per game versus OK State's less than 100 rushing yards per game. Holy fuck. But Kansas State lost to BYU. And OK State hung in close against Utah. I mean, those are two completely different matchups with.
Oh, granted, OK State hung in there with a Utah that did not have Cam Rising for most of the game.
But they did put him in at the end to clutch that shit. Clutch it.
OK State, I'm not going to lie. I think even though Kansas State got blown out by BYU, Shout out my Mormon guys with their blonde MILF mommies. Oh, man. Oh, God. Utah chicks. Hit my boy Yak up. I'm going to have to pick Kansas State for this game.
Ah, shit. Fuck.
I got Kansas State. Moose picks Kansas State. OK State, they did well against Utah, but the real Mormons down in BYU.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're tough.
BYU is undeniably trash.
What?
OK State held their own against Utah, which is one of our favorite teams.
Okay, but Utah might be on fraud watch when they play a real team.
I'm going to bet against that. I'm going OK State.
It might be a USC type of situation with Utah.
I think Kansas State has nothing. Hey, let's get this guy. Yeah, panda him. All right. Kansas State has nothing. What do they got? Who do they win? Nothing.
I mean, Kansas State has been Tulane.
Okay. All right. Enough said. OK State has a close loss against Utah. I'll take OK State. And that's the end of story. I think they're similar in every other aspect besides that.
I'll disagree with Yak there. I got Kansas State. Moving forward to Illinois versus Penn State. Penn State is a minus 18-point favorite in this game.
I think that makes sense.
I'm not sure if I agree with that.
Really?
Penn State looked very shaky versus Bowling Green.
So you're taking Illinois then, huh?
I am not taking Illinois, chat. Don't let that motherfucker defraud you. Penn State, rushing yards per game, 255 yards per game. That's close to 100 yards more than Illinois. Illinois is around 155. Penn State, much more
consistent. I don't know. Penn State looks better in every way to me. They look better on rush offense, better on pass offense. What did you say earlier? You said rush offense, right?
Yeah. Well, Penn State women. Oh man. They look good.
Penn State's quarterback is Drew Aller. Everybody say it with me. Drew Aller. And
he's good. He's good. He's definitely better than Luke Altmaier of Illinois.
He's got a 65% completion rate. That's pretty fucking good. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's pretty fucking good. And you combine that with the great rush offense. Penn State's got both. They're well balanced. Great pass offense, great rush offense.
Oh my God, this guy's falling asleep while talking. All right.
Anyways,
moving forward, I really don't think there's much to talk about with this game.
Who are you taking?
I think it's pretty clear Penn State's going to beat the fuck out of Illinois.
You're taking Penn State as well. So am I. Yeah. So am I.
Good shit, Yak.
All
right. Moving forward, Louisville versus Notre Dame.
Oh, this is a cool one.
Notre Dame is a 6.5 point favorite. I don't think I agree with the stat line. I think Louisville is a dark horse of the ACC. I think they will. I really hope they're ACC. I'm kind of semi-confident with that. I think Louisville will pull off an upset this game.
Whenever we looked this up, the stat line was Notre Dame minus 6.5.
Yep.
That is fucking absurd.
Notre Dame has proven that they drop the ball.
Yeah.
More times than they fucking show up.
Why do they suck so much compared to Louisville?
Well, Louisville...
This is a close matchup. What's the rankings?
15 versus 16.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
And they have Louisville ranked 15, 6.5 point underdogs to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Absurd.
Louisville scores on average 45 points a game versus Notre Dame's 32 points a game.
Yeah.
Yards per pass attempt. This is a huge one. Louisville doubles Notre Dame's yards per pass attempt.
Yeah, that's what I have as well. On rushing offense, they have similar stats, but passing, Louisville separates themselves from Notre Dame by a large margin.
And who's Louisville's quarterback? Tyler Show. Don't really know much about the guy, but he's been playing very well this season.
Yeah, he's been all right. Tyler Show.
So who do you got, Yak? Moving out. Who do you have?
Yeah, I'm taking Louisville, I guess. You taking Notre Dame?
You know, I really think Louisville has the opportunity to be the dark horse of this division. But now that we've talked about it, I think Notre Dame might take them. I think Notre Dame is going to have a resurgence. So I have Notre Dame moving out.
All right. And he also has Georgia versus Alabama, not Alabama, right?
No, I think Alabama's going to win that game.
He does like Georgia. All right.
And we will be watching Alabama versus Georgia at the Cosm in Dallas, Texas. We'll let you fuckers know how it's like. I know y'all want to go. Y'all can't. Y'all are poor.
Right,
we'll fucking go.
What else we got?
Last one we got on the list. Arkansas versus A&M.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were doing the challenge version versus this.
We're already past that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Start.
Arkansas versus A&M.
Yeah.
A&M ranked 24, barely cracking that top 25. Arkansas, they've proved they're a tough team, but they just don't have what it takes to get it done. Do they have what it takes to get it done versus A&M, those fucking ninny-dinny shitbags out of College Station? Northgate is my fucking life. Bottle Cap Alley is my fucking life. No. A&M, dog shit. They choke year after year. All of my buddies who go to A&M know they aren't worth the shit on my shoes.
Yeah.
A&M ain't getting shit done this week.
I mean, how could I disagree with that? A&M, they're a team. They are a team.
They are a team in
Undeniably, they are a team. And they might have had 6 number 1 drafts in a row. It doesn't matter how many drafts they have in a row as number 1. They are a team. And this team is going to fucking lose against Arkansas. And that's just a fact.
Talk about a team that knows how to ruin a fucking opportunity. The number 1 recruiting class year after year.
I mean, how many more stats do you need? They will be the number 1 recruiting class, and they will still be one of the worst teams in the league, and that just continues. So, yeah, A&M, great recruiting class. They fucking suck. I know they're 3-1. It doesn't really matter. They haven't played anybody. They'll probably lose this game against Arkansas.
Yak, I'm going to have to agree with you wholeheartedly. Arkansas, they have come up short in their games versus Oklahoma State versus whoever the fuck else they play against. But I think that minimal effort will beat A&M. A&M has proven that they are a team that chokes when the fucking lights are shining on their dicks. They do not know how to play football. I could show up. You know what? Speaking of a team that could use the Yelling at Birds fucking preseason training camp, A&M, learn a thing from your boys.
Hey, bro, A&M, you guys are fucking dog shit, and I hope you guys get fucked in the ass.
Oh, whoa.
That's candid. That's some candid shit, bro.
All right.
Candid.
So, Yak, moving out of that game, who do you got? It's not easy to tell. Who do you think's going to win? Arkansas or A&M?
I got Arkansas on that one, guys. Who do you have?
I think I might have Arkansas.
All right, 2 for Arkansas for that one.
I think Arkansas might pull off.
What's next?
I got Arkansas.
Okay. All right. Guys, cut to me. Hannah, are you cut to me? Okay.
Top 12.
Guys, we're all done for the week. That is all the games that we suggested. Do you see that chick? She might have had a booty. All right.
All right. Moving forward.
Cut to
Yak.
him. Cut to him.
After this weekend.
Oh, the 12.
We
Yeah.
might have a new top 12.
Yeah.
Looking at our current top 12 and our games from this weekend, who do we feel will come out of week 5 as a top 12 contender, possibility moving into the college football playoff at the end of the year? I will start first because I am Moose and I know my shit.
Okay.
At number 1, I think Texas routes Mississippi State. Texas stays at number 1. However, I think we have a new number 2 after this weekend. The new number 2 will be the Alabama Crimson Tide after they rout Georgia. Number 3 will stay the same with Ohio State because they don't play shit because they're fucking pussies. Number 4 will be the Tennessee Volunteers. Number 5 will be Ole Miss. Number 6 will have Miami sliding in. Number 7 will be the Georgia Bulldogs after a close loss to Alabama. Number 8, I think, will stay relatively the same. Oregon will stay in that top 8 position. Number 9, Penn State will stay the same. Utah will stay at 10. Missouri will stay at 11. And I think Michigan will stand strong at 12. Yak! We need you to show up here, brother. We need you to fight your demons, brother. And we need you to tell us who is your top 12 moving out of week 5.
All right, here we go. All right. Are you focused? All right, here we go. Starting from number 1, Texas. Yeah, enough said. Number 2, Alabama is going to beat Georgia. Did you say that?
I said that. Yep.
Yeah, we said we weren't, but okay. Alabama, number 2. Georgia, number 3. How can you blame them, right?
Oh! You're dropping Georgia to 3.
How can you blame either one for losing against the other? I don't know. But number 4 is Ohio State. Yeah, enough said. They moved down 1. It's okay. Tennessee is number 5. Ole Miss, number 6. These don't change much. Penn State, number 7 for winning their game that we just covered in our podcast. They win, so they move up. Okay, it makes sense. Louisville, same reason, number 8. They win, so they move up. They beat Notre Dame, so they move up. 9 is Utah, consistent. 10 is Miami. 11 is Oregon. And 12 is Missouri. And that is going to be 100% correct, and I guarantee that with my life.
That is a strong prediction, Yak.
I guarantee you.
I don't believe in you, but I commend your balls.
Okay.
Speaking of balls,
yeah, let's speak of them.
Preseason training camp went well for you, didn't it?
What?
All right. Birds, you heard it here. Drop in the comments, who do you think is going to come out of this weekend in the top 12?
It doesn't matter what they think. We got to do the thing.
You know, we enjoy having y'all here. We hear y'all's opinions, and we think they're shit. But we'll listen to them. I'm Moose. This is Yak.
I'm Yak, and we're going to do the dartboard right now.
No, we're not. Week 5 of college football is going to be a fucking banger. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We are yelling at birds. We have the most accurate predictions in college football. Follow us through our preseason training camp, which is probably going to be only this episode. We are coming to you live from Frisco, uploading 3 days after the fact. I am Moose. This is Yak.
Fuck you if you don't want the dartboard. You fucking suck.
We are out. Love you guys. Subscribe!